These people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together, they make up the Eggheads, the most formidable quiz team in the country. The question is, can they be beaten? Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of quiz challengers attempt to beat the greatest quiz team in Britain. They are the Eggheads. Today's fearsome foursome are Chris, Steve, known as the Van, Beth, and Pat the Shark. Hoping to wipe the smiles off their faces today are the Club Turns. Now, this team of friends all met on the entertainment circuit, performing in northern clubs. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Ivor, and I'm a singer in an 80s tribute act.
Hi, I'm Charles. I'm a singer and entertainer.
Hi, I'm Max, and I'm a professional entertainer.
Hi, I'm Andy. I'm a singer and a professional darts referee.
Ivor and team, hello.
Hello, Jeremy.
Great to see it. We love having entertainers in. We really do. You all play different roles when you entertain, correct, Ivor?
Yeah, we're all in different types of acts. I'm in an 80s tribute act, and then we've got Charles, he does...
I'm in a duo with my wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just sing on my own.
OK.
And I'm just a solo cabaret performer as well.
Solo cabaret, that could be almost anything. What do you do in your solo cabaret?
I prefer the musicals and the big power ballads and your Matt Monroes and stuff like that.
But you're a team of many talents, because, Andy, you're a pro darts referee as well.
Yes, I have been for quite some time, yeah.
Wow. So if I say 138,
Yeah.
how do I finish on that?
Treble 20, treble 18, double 12.
It never ceases to amaze me.
But you have just given me the Della checkout from 1983, because that's what he finished on when he beat Bristow.
There we go. I love this. Entertainment, darts. This is going to be a good game. Good luck, challengers. Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs. If the challengers fail to defeat the Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to the next show. So, Club Turns, the Eggheads have won just the last game, which means there's £2,000 to win today. Shall we crack on and win it for you?
Yes.
Brilliant. So the first head-to-head battle is on sport. Who would like sports?
Everybody's just looked at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely Andy.
Andy.
Yeah, go on. I'll go for it.
Good. Well, darts is a sport, clearly. Against which Egghead? Chris, the steamroller, or Steve, or Beth, or Pat? They're all there. They're all looking eager.
I'm going to go head-to-head with Beth.
OK, Andy from the Club Turns, first round, versus Beth from the Eggheads. And please go to our legendary question room. Well, Andy, when you were on your singing career on the club circuit, you had a rather famous person doing your track arrangements.
Yes, I did. A young gentleman. He was still working the clubs at the time and earning a bit of cash by making backing tracks, but now he's gone mega famous, and that's Russell Watson.
Goodness me, so he was basically helping you put the show on?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Fantastic. Good luck putting a show on here against Beth. It's sport. Would you like to go first or second?
I will go first, please.
Andy, here's your question. What name is given to the clothing traditionally worn by players in Test match cricket? Is it blues, whites or greens?
It's definitely not blues. It's definitely not greens. It's whites.
It's whites in Test match cricket, yes. Beth, excluding substitutes, how many players are there in a rugby union team? 9, 12 or 15?
There are 15.
15 is right, Beth. 1 each. Back to you, Andy. The Polish striker Robert Lewandowski left Bayern Munich to join which football club in 2022? Manchester City, AC Milan or Barcelona?
Ooh, I don't think it's English, so I'm going to rule out Manchester City. I'm going to go with AC Milan.
Challengers, do we know?
It's Barcelona.
Yeah, it's Barcelona. You're right, it wasn't an English club. We would have heard no end of it. But it's Barcelona, yeah. Barcelona is the answer, so we'll see if Beth can take advantage here. Which of these tennis players was unable to compete in the 2022 US Open due to his COVID-19 vaccination status? Beth, was it Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal or Roger Federer?
He's fallen foul of quite a few COVID regulations. It's Novak Djokovic.
It is Novak Djokovic. Well done. So, Beth in the lead, and you must get this one right to stay in, Andy. The American Noah Lyles is a double world champion in which athletics event? Noah Lyles, Lyles. 200 meters, decathlon, or high jump?
Here's a thing. I've not heard of him competing in the decathlon. I'm not sure about the 200 meters either, so I'm going to have to go for high jump.
200 meters is the answer. Sorry, Andy. Just caught you cold there, didn't she? Beth is in the final. But it's early days. Come back, rejoin your teams, and we'll see what happens next. We had mention of high jump there, and the high jump is very special for quizzers, Pat, isn't it?
Yes.
Because of a particular record.
Well, Sotomayor of Cuba set the men's highest figure back about 30 years ago.
Yeah, I think
and
it
it's
was
stood
maybe
ever since.
93 or something.
Something like that.
Yeah? And what do you know how high he jumped?
It's 2 meters 45, just over, smidgen over 8 foot.
That is amazing. He went and it was filmed, but in a sort of a grainy way. You can still see it online. I looked it up the other day. He just over 8 foot, and
It's an extraordinary
it's
sight.
extra, and of course it's never been broken. It's absolutely amazing. So yeah, I've got a little arch in my kitchen which is 8 foot, and I say to my girls, "Can you imagine?" And even I look at it, I think, I don't know how he did it. No idea. Sotomayor. Okay, the challengers have lost the brain from the final round. The Eggheads have not lost any brains so far, and now it's science. So Ivor and team, who would like this?
This is the hardest one. This is what
Is
we've
it?
been arguing about all the time. Do you fancy it, Max?
I will take it.
Will you take it?
Too, yeah.
Okay, Max, you can choose between Chris, Steve, and Pat. So the three gentlemen.
Well, I'm going to go for Pat because my granddad had a little bit of Irish in him.
Okay, right. So Max from the Club Turns versus Pat from the Eggheads. To ensure there's no conferring, please, both of you, take your positions. Pat, I should be congratulating you because you've recently won back the title of British Quiz Champion.
Yes, yeah. It was a very close affair, but I did just enough. So that was really satisfying.
Is that a kind of semi-final, final thing, or is it just a massive bundle?
It's one big quiz with everybody competing simultaneously.
And you were British Quiz Champion in 2007, 2010, 2014, 2015, 2022.
Yeah, I've won it several times.
Don't let this put you off, Max.
Can I change my mind?
Well, you've got arguably a CV that's just as interesting. You once won a tug of war against a team of farmers, and your first kiss was with the actor Jason Statham.
It was.
I don't even know where to go with any of that.
We went down the side of my grandma's house.
Oh, OK.
We were only
That's
six.
that's not the farmers. That's Jason. You were only 6. Oh, how sweet.
Yes.
Oh, how lovely. OK, so 3 questions on science in turn. Max, would you like the first or second set?
I would like the first set, please. I'll keep with the rest of the team.
All right, science. What is the world's most visited website? Max, is it Facebook, Twitter, or Google?
I would say Google.
I would say you're right. Well done. Google is right. Pat, on to you. Which planet in our solar system is closest to the Sun? Neptune, Mercury, or Earth?
I think Neptune is a very long way out, and Mercury is much closer than Earth, so it's Mercury.
Mercury is right. Max, back to you. Which of these scientists was born in a different century to the other two? Michael Faraday, Joseph Priestley, or Robert Boyle?
I will say Faraday.
Well, this is meat and drink to these eggheads, isn't it, eggs?
I think I'd probably, if I was looking for the man born in a different century, I think I'd be tempted by Robert Boyle.
Robert Boyle is the answer, Max. It's this wretched second question that's doing us, isn't it? Every time. Pat, take the lead. What is the SI base unit for amount of substance? Mole, Kelvin, or candela?
That's the mole.
It is the mole. I couldn't even understand the question. How are you on that, Max?
I actually knew that.
Did you?
Could have gone second.
Ah, mole. All right, you need to get this one right to stay in. Which of these sea creatures is commonly mistaken for a jellyfish when it is, in fact, a siphonophore, a colony of specialized animals called zooids that work together as one? Lion's mane, Portuguese man-o'-war, or sea wasp?
Now, I'm not sure if I've read this somewhere before, but I want to say a Portuguese man of war. No, I'm going to go lion's mane.
Oh, yeah, we've got to accept your lines. And you were right the first time. Oh, Max, you swerved.
I know.
Oh.
Silly. Trust your instincts.
Oh, sorry, Max. Pat's won through, and I know
Well done.
you knew that. I know you knew that. We'll be back shortly, but if you'd like to work on a question from the Eggheads during our break, Steve, the van has one.
During the Cold War in the 1960s, what film did the BBC plan to transmit to raise the morale of survivors in the event of a nuclear attack?
Oh, I don't know this. We'll think about it. We'll see you with the answer after this short break. Welcome back. Steve has just given us a brilliant question, which was, during the Cold War in the 1960s, what film did the BBC plan to transmit to raise the morale of survivors in the event of a nuclear attack? I thought Wizard of Oz. I'm going to rule that out because I think that's too weird, and you know, you might feel like you've only got the Yellow Brick Road left. So I'll go Sound of Music.
Everybody's getting it right, yeah, just like Beth said, it's Sound of Music.
Really? Yeah, because I think it's a happy film.
It is, and while your teeth are dropping out and you're rotting away, you know, you might as well sit watching that.
Well done if you got Steve's question at home. As it stands, the club turns have lost 2 brains from the final round, but they are sporting and in good heart, aren't you, Ivor and team?
Oh, yeah.
I sense the enjoyment. So let's just see if we can turn it around. Film and TV. I think this is your round. Film and TV. Ivor, who wants
I'll take-
this?
yeah. I'll take that.
We're going to go for Charles.
Charles, brilliant. And you can take on either Chris or Steve.
Chris. Yes. I'll take on Chris.
We have our moments on film and TV, Chris, don't we?
Well, yeah. Anything before about 1970, we're OK with.
All right. So
That's about me as well.
let's see how we do. Charles from the club turns, Chris from the Eggheads, please, for the last time before the final, take your positions. Chris, the last film you watched was Blazing Saddles, I understand.
In the cinema, yes. Well, apart from seeing Grease in the Line of Duty, I've told you that story umpteen times.
I'm just wondering, Charles, whether your appearance on New Faces was before or after Chris saw Blazing Saddles.
What, 74 was that?
Yes.
77
Ah.
was the New Faces appearance, yes.
And tell us about that, because that was an absolute legendary programme.
Yeah. Well, we did 2 weeks on there. Were spotted by the man who told Brian Epstein that groups of guitars were on the way out and to forget about it and go back to his shop. And this guy decided, I'm not sure his judgment was great, but we did a record with him, which, of course, failed miserably, I'm afraid. But then I went on the clubs, became a club turn, and this is my first time on television in over 40 years.
Oh, how brilliant. What was your band called, Charles?
Mother Nature's Children.
All right, well, that's fascinating. Well, I guess if you switched off all power in 1974, Chris, you didn't see that.
I didn't, no.
OK, 3 questions on film and TV in turn. Charles, good luck taking Chris down. Would you like the first or second set of questions?
I'll take the first, please.
Here we go. Dwayne Johnson voices the demigod Maui in which 2016 animated film? Is it Encanto, Moana or Coco?
I've not seen it. I'm not sure. I've seen quite a few films, but Moana.
Yeah, you're right. Well done. Moana it is. Chris, Eddie Redmayne won an Oscar in 2015 for his portrayal of which famous person? Eddie Redmayne. Was it Stephen Hawking, Winston Churchill or George VI?
He was absolutely outstanding as Stephen Hawking.
He was indeed Stephen Hawking. Back we go to you, Charles. Which of these TV series was created by the American author Michael Crichton? Lost, 24 or ER?
Was it? I seem to think. I don't think it was ER. Lost.
Let's see if it challenges you, know, Max?
I was going to say Lost, but it might be ER.
Yeah, I was thinking ER.
He was a trained doctor.
Did coma,
They
didn't
did
he,
coma
as well?
Did he now?
Oh, right.
ER was the answer.
Oh,
Michael
was it? I didn't think
Crichton. OK, back to Chris. Chris, the TV personality Wim Hof is known by what nickname? Is he Aquaman, Iceman, Wolfman?
Well, Aquaman's a wimpy sort of superhero that everybody takes the mickey out of. Iceman's in a play by Eugene O'Neill, isn't he? So The answer to this must be Wolfman.
Oh, you're thinking the Iceman cometh?
I am. Yes, that's where it comes from.
Yeah, no, we needed the Iceman for this, actually.
Oh.
This fella is... I've interviewed him, actually. He's somebody who believes your life gets better if you always take cold showers, cold baths, cold swimming, all that.
Oh, he's one of those.
Yeah, very much one of those. Yeah, one of the old
They did a celebrity.
Icemen.
Yes, they did recently.
Did a celebrity.
They did a celebrity plunge thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to do that very much.
No.
Iceman, anyone do that in the mornings?
No.
Leave it on cold?
No.
No. Apparently good for you. Okay, so it's 1-1. Little bit of a let-off there. Charles, press the advantage. Who directed the 70s films The French Connection and The Exorcist? William Friedkin, Francis Ford Coppola, or John Carpenter?
I don't think it was William Friedkin. I don't think. Francis Coppola. I think it's John Carpenter.
I know he did The Thing, and I think he might have done Christine, am I right? So he does a lot of horror. Did he do The Exorcist, Eggheads?
No.
No, who was it?
William Friedkin.
William Friedkin
was it? No.
was the answer, yes.
I hadn't heard of it.
Never seen The Exorcist. There's another one. I don't know. I might
I've
be,
seen that,
I think I
but
might
not
be.
French Connection.
Do you recommend it, or is it
Yeah. It's
Good
a
film.
Really good
Scary
film.
Biscuits, though? You've seen that? Oh, no, you haven't seen that, Chris, because it's after 1974.
I know what it's about.
Well, yeah. Don't show us the spinning head now. Okay, your question, Chris, you can take the round with this. Glenn Fry's song, The Heat Is On, was written for the soundtrack of which 80s comedy film? The Heat Is On. Ghostbusters, Three Men and a Baby, or Beverly Hills Cop?
Ghostbusters. Don't think it'll be Three Men and a Baby either. Heat's American slang for the police, so I'll say Beverly Hills Cop.
You've got it right. It is Beverly Hills Cop, and you've won through there on that round against Charles. Looks a bit tricky for the challengers in the final, but by no means impossible. Come back to us and we'll play for £2,000. Okay, this is what we have been playing towards. It's time for our final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads aren't going to be in this round. So it's Charles, Max and Andy from the Club Turns who I have to ask to please leave the studio. So here we are, Ivor, you're playing to win the Club Turns £2,000. On the other hand, we've got the full complement here. Chris, Steve, Beth and Pat playing for their reputations. But don't be alarmed, because they can slip up. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. They're all general knowledge. Normally, I say you can confer, Ivor, but obviously your friends are backstage.
yeah.
They are cheering you on. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, Jeremy.
OK, final round. Ivor playing for £2,000. Here's your first question. The Hunter Valley is a famous wine-producing region in which country? South Africa, Australia, or New Zealand?
I don't think it's South Africa, and I'm ruling out New Zealand, so I'm going to go for Australia.
Australia's right. Nicely done. Eggheads, which film quotation did Boris Johnson use to sign off his final Prime Minister's Questions speech in July 2022? Did he say, "Show me the money," "Hasta la vista, baby," or "You can't handle the truth"?
Well, you certainly can. Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're all agreed it's Hasta la vista, baby.
It is Hasta la vista, baby. Which film is that from?
Terminator.
Terminator. Here's your question, Ivor. Playing well. Which euro banknote is mainly blue in colour? 10, 20 or 50 euros?
I don't think it's the 50 euros. I think that's a brownie colour. I'm unsure with the 20, so I'm going to go 10.
Let's see, banknotes are really difficult if you can't visualise them. Has he got it right? Chris, you know?
Yes, 20.
20.
I was saying it was purple rather than blue, but it's a 20, yeah.
20 is mainly blue. What colour is 10?
Brown.
Oh, brown. So what's 50?
Red.
Right. Are you handling euros a lot, Chris?
No, I just happen to know banknotes.
Brilliant. I can give you the colours. 10 is actually red, Chris. 20 is blue, it's not purple. 50 is orange.
Is it?
So, Chris, when you were holding a purple note, thinking it was a 20, it was a 500. You're looking now. That's not been open for a while.
I call that purple, Jeremy.
That's a £20 note,
That's a
not
£20
a 20
note.
euro note.
It is a 20.
Yeah, but the question was about
note.
euros, not pounds.
Oh, you're talking about God, don't take your notes, that continental garbage.
It took me aback when you suddenly had this interest in the colour of euros, and I was thinking, I just didn't see that coming. That explains it. So you thought we were talking about sterling. So one each, and back to the eggheads we go. Which of these animals is not one of the 12 signs of the Chinese zodiac? Monkey, tiger, panda.
Panda.
Panda, yeah.
Yeah, panda. That's a panda, Jeremy.
It is a panda. Tricky, Ivor, but you can still get there, playing for £2,000. You just mustn't get this one wrong, or the contest will be over. Shakespeare's Othello mistakenly believes that his wife, Desdemona, has had an affair with which character? Cassio, Rodrigo, or Iago?
Don't think it's Cassio. I'm going to go for Rodrigo.
Is it Rodrigo or Cassio, eggheads?
Thought it were Cassio.
Cassio. Oh, Ivor, the answer is indeed Cassio. We have to say congratulations, eggheads. You have won.
Well done.
Brilliant team to see today. A little bit unlucky with your 50-50 choices, like we saw with Max.
Yeah.
You're just tilting.
We did well together here, Jeremy.
Yeah.
You know, just to get on programme, we've done well. So
Get on and get answers right and give us a fun afternoon of quizzing. Honestly, we so appreciate seeing you and hearing what you've all been up to. It's brilliant. The Eggheads also had something to prove because they had a bit of a loss a little while ago. We won't mention it. So they are wanting to get back on their horse, and you've done it. Well done. It means that the challengers don't go home with the £2,000. We roll it over to our next show, and we wonder, Eggheads, if you will start to build up another of these amazing runs. Join us next time to see if a new team of challengers have the brains to take them down, stop them in their tracks. Like to see it, wouldn't we? £3,000 they'll win if they do. Till then, goodbye.
Imagine living alone deep in the Australian outback for 16 years. Ben Fogle revisits one of his most eccentric hosts in New Lives in the Wild tonight at 9. Next, encouraging men to talk about their well-being, our wonderful GPs behind closed doors. The new series continues on Channel 5.